Alrighty, what is good? It is May 1st. Right now it's 2:28 p.m. We got FOMC going on, and I got to study for finals. So I'm doing the review right now, and I'm just going to go over that trade that I had posted this morning. I posted a screenshot of it. The execution was way too long to have like an actual video recording that I could post on Twitter. It was well over an hour. But besides the point, I'm going to go over kind of my thought process, why I used a higher time frame today specifically, and kind of go from there. So immediately going into it, right, in regards to why I chose a higher time frame today, right? So if you look at the economic calendar, what do we have today? We have numerous red folder events. I think we had 7 today. It was a lot, which usually when we have more high impact news, right, we can expect the higher time frame zones, higher time frame validated highs, higher time frame validated lows to be more prominent and be a little bit more precise in regards to our entries and basing stuff upon that. Why? Because we're expecting larger expansion on these days, and just overall bigger movement than normal, right? If we had a low impact day, I would be okay and fine with basing it off of lower time frame swing points, right? So with that established right here, I have the 72 minute. And before you ask why I chose the 72 minute, it's honestly, I was just kind of like looking through it, and the swings are super clean on there. I'm not saying you need to use that, but it's pretty clean in my eyes, right? So immediately hopping into the morning when I got on the charts, I saw that we had this market structure break right down here, right? We closed below this right here with the body closure, right? So I immediately looked up here, because when I got on the charts, price was coming and creeping up into this. Because yeah, we had 730 right here. I think I got on about 815-ish, right? And then price comes up, taps this. So this is our validated high right here on the 72-minute chart, right? We have this sequence right here, this last bullish candle, and then that bearish one put in the high. So that's going to be a sequence right there for those two. So we can join them and then basically just draw that in price and wait for price to reach up into that area and possibly give us a setup. And this is like literally picture perfect, because now right here you can see 12-minute high sweep. And what do? We close back within the range. That is ultimately, like I've stated in all of the videos, that is one of the biggest driving factors for these setups, right? We need a closure back into the range because that shows lack of willingness to continue to move higher, right? To me, it's a really obvious sweep, form of inducement, especially when it's within this kind of structure right here, right? So once we get that 12-minute sweep, we close back within the range. What do we see? Stronger displacement right here, right? And this closes somewhere right... Where does it close? Right there. Yeah, right when it closes when I took my entry, because we had a 1-minute CSS at the same exact time. And this is the beautiful thing about the fractal nature of price, is what do you see within this that I've discussed in all of those videos that I've previously posted. What do we get? 1-minute sweep right here, close back into the range, 1-minute CSS. Boom. And I'm willing to bet if I go down to the 10-second chart, there's going to be a 10-second CSS there. It's all fractal. And the only reason, like I had stated, is why I use a higher time frame today was directly correlated with the economic calendar. So once that was established right there, so entry, right? Entry is either, I think I took it like right around here on this retest right up here. And then my stop was right here at this validated high. I did not want to see price continue up there. Now, this was a little bit of a ballsy entry, but it was at 830. But it was so clear to me that this was likely to continue down here, specifically because all of this accumulation down here, right? We know when there is a lot of accumulation, price will want to fixate and draw to that area specifically because there is a lot of action that had happened there and a lot of resting orders, a lot of stops, etc., right? We know prices with high likelihood, as Dave says, that it's going to gravitate towards some form of accumulation, right? So with that established, like I said, this trade probably took about 10 years off my life. Honestly, I was just kind of angry in regards to how I managed it, because I should have been trailing my highs and lows, and I should have been stopped in profit right about here. Once we got that body closure and price pushed up right there, that is why we got an extended retracement back up. But what kind of made me feel a little bit better about this was I had some standard deviations plotted from this high to this low. I know this is going to be a little bit of a higher time frame swing, probably on the 5-minute maybe. So I plotted that there, and what can you see right here is we have this -2, -2.5 standard deviation, and we know if we are in the correct direction with structure, at least for this session, AM session, whatever, that a -2, -2.5 can possibly give either a reversal or retracement. In this case, I was expecting it to be more so of a retracement as it was. And usually it's going to refer back up to kind of the move origin area, right? You can see we have, this is where this whole move established. You can see we refer back up to it and probably hit about the 50%. Let me draw that out right here for you. Yep, you can see we refer back up to that. So basically the move origin of this move right up there, refer back up to that 50% right there. And you can see we do take out some equal highs right here, which is always good to see. Now this was clear manipulation right here. Honestly, when I was on with ARK, what we were talking about was this is just pure manipulation. So any form of displacement down after all of these highs being swept should give some sort of move, right? And as you can see, it did. It was really, really clean. And ultimately came down, hit that target right down there, right? But in regards to why I was disappointed with this was directly with what I said a minute ago about I want to say mismanaging it, but it could have been managed a lot better in terms of just overall control and the possible retracements, right? Because realistically, with these, like this is already a headache as is with how slow that was moving down, but I was willing to just eat it and then just accept it and move on from there, right? But overall, it was a pretty good trade. I wouldn't say the best even remotely. It was definitely a good point basis, but other than that, nothing fantastic about this. I'm trying to think of some questions some people had in regards to, nothing's really speaking to me. Oh, actually, no. This is a really good point. This is a really good point where I should have actually taken profit. So right here, right? As we'd stated previously, right? Price is attracted to accumulation, right? This swing is where I should have taken profit. I should not have gone for this low, even though I was anticipating price to make a new low, as it did. And that's where over here you can see it failed to close on the 12-minute. And that's what this whole move has stemmed from, right? Because those become weak highs right up there. But realistically, in a perfect world, obviously this is hindsight, I should have taken profit at this 50% of this, which was resting perfectly within that -2, -2.5 standard deviation, and just been done with it there. But instead, I wanted to, just given the contract sizing I was in, didn't really have the opportunity scale. I wanted to hold till my full terminus target, right? Which was that being that low. And ultimately that wasn't delivered until that whole entire retracement back up. But in terms of other quality entries paired with this, right? If you want to remain on the 1 minute with the stuff I've discussed in previous videos with the 3 different entry techniques, you can see right here, like I said, we come up, we take out this, these equal highs right here, then we get a form of inducement right here. And the 3 entry techniques, right? I really don't want to bump down to the 10-second, but it doesn't look like it probably gave an entry there. But the 2 where you have the sell stop right down here, where for price to break through that, and then what you do is you'd place your stop right at this high right here. You'd place your stop there. And then target either, I target down at these lows, because if you remember what I discussed about yesterday was usually when we get these V-shaped recoveries like this literally just looks like a V, price will deliver with speed down to these lows, especially when they are resting near other lows, right? Those are going to become a draw for price, and it's ultimately going to be attracted there. So there was that entry, and then it kind of looks like this may have hit that I don't know. Let's see. Let's plot this real quick. Okay, so that would have missed the 30%. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, that would have missed the 30% by 2 ticks right there. So that would have been the other possible entry there, or if there was a 10-second. I believe for some reason there was a 15-second there, because I remember someone in the Discord saying something about it. I think it was particular for this. I think it was Shush or something. But I believe that is everything I wanted to talk about for this setup. Like I said, directly correlating with economic news is why I used a higher time frame swings, and it was super clean. It just jumped out to me directly. Ultimately, if I'm being honest, I really wanted to see price come down to 506.2. No, that's not 506.25. Jeez Louise, 308.25. But honestly, what was preventing that was this little swing over here. I wasn't too sure because we had quite a bit of stacked lows, and you can see overall on the 72 min chart that we had a recent bullish whip right over here, and we're just making new zones, right? So we can anticipate these to be protected right down here. You can see that's what's happening with all this FOMC action. So with that in mind, like I said, I believe that is everything. And if you have any questions, as usual, feel free to reach out to me. Join the Discord. You can get direct access to me. I'm usually in there all the time. Currently am pretty busy because I do have finals. I've been studying for finals. Got a couple tests today that I'm going to freaking bomb. Just kidding. I'll probably do really good on them. But besides the point, right? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Comment down below. Join the Discord. Ask me directly or ask other members in the Discord. It's free. I'll have it linked down in the description. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.